Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got the 2020 NBA Mock Draft 3.0 by Hoops Reference. Link to his channel in the description below, guys. So yeah, straight up, man, like, draft time, lottery times can be really exciting for my Detroit Pistons because, of course, we're not a very good team right now. Or really in the last, 10 years or so. But this time is different because we're no longer, maybe 8th seed bad. We are now, bottom of the NBA bad. So that means, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball, very well could be a Detroit Piston this time next year. So let's go ahead and hop into this and see exactly who's dominating the college scene right now.
Another month of the season has come and gone, which means it is once again time for another installment of the monthly mock draft series that we do here on this channel.
Yes, sir.
With the college and overseas seasons
checked out the other ones too.
We've seen more than enough tape from all of the prospects to begin accurately analyzing these guys and separating them into appropriate tiers as talents. The top guys have continually risen to the top. Some players that had fast starts have begun to slow down, and all in all, it's a
Is James Wiseman even playing right now?
In this video,
he's
we'll
not even
be going
playing, is
through
he?
the lottery picks, and the order will be based on the current
Is he in
NBA
LeVar's
standings.
league?
Before we start, though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated.
Yes, sir.
Now, with that being said, let's begin.
All right.
Starting at the final pick of the lottery and working our way up to the #1 pick in the draft, with the 14th pick, the Portland Trail Blazers select Josh Green from Arizona. The Blazers are currently experiencing a bit of a down season as a team after achieving more success in last
What is he, a
season's
shooting
playoffs
guard?
than
They already
they
got
had
CJ.
in a long time. And the reason is because the role players around Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum have been inconsistent.
Yeah, he wouldn't be
They've
starting
made
right away,
a
that's for damn
few
sure.
Solid mid-season acquisitions in order to try to right the ship, including Carmelo Anthony and Trevor Ariza, but neither of those guys are long-term solutions. They need wing depth, and they need defensive
Bro, he kind of looks like Michael Porter Jr.
Josh Green would be a terrific fit.
Like a shorter version.
His offensive game
he looks like Kelly Olynyk over there.
And he isn't necessarily the best at creating for himself, but what he does do exceptionally well is lock up on the perimeter.
Yo, Nazir Little and Josh Green could be the defensive move man come for Portland pretty damn soon here.
Also a terrific athlete that does well in transition. So in a system where Lillard and McCollum handle
Bro, keep on shooting over Alex
anyway,
Caruso.
He would fit in pretty well. With the 13th
Nico
pick in
Mannion.
the draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Nico Mannion from
The gingerbread
Arizona.
man.
The Spurs are also in the midst of kind of a weird season for their standards, and despite having a good mix of productive veterans and promising young players, they're looking like they're about to miss the playoffs for the first time in about 20 years. Their backcourt players all have very specific strengths.
Does he really
that
got it
they
like
are
that?
Very good at, but they lack balance and creativity. Insert Mannion, who may possess some of the best playmaking at the point guard position in the draft. He has a terrific handle with the ball, he gets to his spots exceptionally, and he has an
What is he like Jason
to both
Williams?
score and run an offense.
With red hair?
Murray, who is currently the team's point guard, excels on defense and when he attacks the basket, but he isn't really a natural playmaking point guard.
Instead
and the
of
Spurs
white
offense
chocolate, he's
needs
gingerbread.
someone to take on the role Tony
Ain't nothing
Parker
wrong with
left
that.
behind a few
I'll take
years
white
ago.
chocolate though, as a food.
12th pick in the
Tyrese
draft,
Maxey.
The New Orleans Pelicans select Tyrese Maxey from Kentucky.
What's he got?
The
What's he got?
Pelicans season started very slowly, especially with Zion Williamson missing half.
Why are those numbers so big on the
that he's
jerseys?
back, the team has started to
God.
finally find their groove. They have a very strong group of young players already that will continue to grow together for years to come, and the talent level is at multiple different positions.
I hope he got better
in
highlights
year's
than this.
draft,
That was a very
I can see
casual
them
pass.
Going for the best player
Oh, there we go.
available, which at this point will be Maxey.
Dunk it.
Maxey's an inconsistent player at Kentucky so far this year, but at his best, he has shown glimpses.
So he's
of
Cam
being
Reddish.
a very good shot creating.
He's Cam
guard
Reddish, guys.
With confidence to shoot from anywhere on the floor, and a combination of quickness and good ball handling to create his own points.
Let's see that jump
And
shot.
He can even work well as a secondary playmaker alongside Lonzo Ball. In a way, he resembles former Kentucky guard Tyler Hero, who also had some up and downs in college.
Well, damn, there we go.
and
I guess he's
now
more
is in the
Hero.
middle of a very good rookie season.
Get that
in
shit out of
Miami.
there.
With the
RJ
11th pick
Hampton.
in the draft, the Phoenix Suns
Good pickup
select
for the
RJ
Suns,
Hampton from
if so.
the NBL. the Suns have made some strides towards a playoff.
He was talked like he was supposed to be like a top 3 pick, before the season starts. So is he falling off or something, or is he just not a lot of game tape?
But ultimately, they will likely still fall short. They're still mostly a young team that are a couple years away from their primes, and are strong at the forward and center positions, but besides Devin Booker, they could use some more backcourt depth.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket.
RJ Hampton is one of the best guards in the class this year, who somewhat got
Marcus All
outshined
Jr.,
by
good
the
layup.
attention that LaMelo Ball received in the NBL, but he also is having a very good season overseas. He's unfortunately injured now, and in the
Oh
middle
shit, I
of
didn't know that.
recovery,
Damn.
so we won't see much new footage of him for a while, but this stock is already fairly high when he was playing, and he's definitely a lottery.
You know what he's kind of reminded me of? Like Brandon Jennings. Like Brandon Jennings kind of went through like that same route. Of course, I don't think Brandon had like injuries early on. He was a beast his rookie season. Y'all remember that was a 50-point game on the Milwaukee Bucks? But yeah, just like one of those talents that decided to go a different route.
Talent. At just 18 years old, he looked comfortable and confident around other professional
Oh yeah, he'll be a few
basketball
years away
players,
then.
And with his combination of
D-Book ain't gonna wait around for that.
a quick first step, and shooting ability,
Throw
he
down.
would be a strong running mate alongside Booker. With the 10th
Yeah,
pick in
this
the
is my
draft,
dude right
the
here, Obi
Sacramento
Toppin.
Kings select Obi Toppin from Dayton.
Stretch
Toppin
big god.
is one of the heavy favorites to win the College Basketball Player of the Year award, and his versatility as a big man has intrigued NBA scouts
I call him Cherry.
immensely. His play style
he's the
is
cherry
built
on toppin'.
perfectly for the modern NBA, as he
First
can
time I ever
play
said that.
multiple positions,
Sorry.
space the floor as a great shooter, run the floor with the mobility of a guard, and finish strong in the paint with the abilities of
I'm gonna
a
call you
big
Cherry now though.
He's scoring 20
It's your
points per
name.
game and grabbing 8 boards, while shooting a ridiculously efficient 63% from the field, and his ability to exploit mismatches all over the place has elevated his Dayton team to legitimate contention nationally.
Dayton!
Adding Toppin to an already strong core of
Why does that
De'Aaron
sound
Fox,
familiar?
Buddy Hield, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Marvin Bagley would solidify so many things for them.
I think
and
I'm
would
Detroit.
open
We fall in
things
the
up a
draft.
ton for De'Aaron Fox to run the show.
Him and Seco.
With the 9th pick in the draft, the
Killian
Washington
Hayes.
Wizards select
Good beer.
Killian Hayes from France. The Wizards are determined to get back into contention next season.
But is he a good
and with
basketball
John Wall
player, I
coming
guess.
back from his injury next year, there's a good chance they do exactly that. With that said, though, drafting a point guard might seem questionable at first, but here's why I think it's the right decision. For one, John Wall hasn't played basketball in a long time, so the
Yeah, they gotta try to
likelihood
trade
that
him as
he's
soon as
going to be
possible.
rusty when he comes back is pretty high. Additionally, if things don't go according to plan and the Wizards struggle, they may look to offload either
Damn,
Wall
he a lefty point guard? I can't think of a lot of lefty point guards. Like I think like Goran Dragic. James Harden pretty much plays. No, they got Russell. But damn, I don't really see a lot of lefty point
Beal,
guards.
or both through trades, so Hayes would be a good insurance option for a rebuild. Hayes' biggest strengths is his natural point guard IQ and knack for playmaking.
He
for
shoots
others,
like Joe
and
Ingles.
His jumper has also shown tons of improvement after previously being a bit of a concern in recent years. With the 8th pick in the
Isaac
draft,
Okoro.
the Chicago Bulls select Isaac Okoro.
Don't know
from
much about
Auburn.
him.
Okoro just turned 19 years old last month, but despite his young age and lack of experience, he's still arguably the best defensive prospect in the entire draft. His game isn't flashy, but when you watch him play, you can just tell that being guarded by him is
Bro, that was an
no
offensive
easy
foul,
feat
man.
for offense. He's got a very strong and physical 6'6" frame, quick feet, amazing instincts, and the work rate and focus to fight through screens and stay attached to his man without fouling. Then,
He can be a lockup.
offensively, Okoro's no
Lockup
slouch
defender.
either. He's scoring 13 points per game and shooting 52% from the field. So while he may not have the talent to be a go-to guy, he is someone who knows his role and performs his strengths well.
Could be a solid 3
The
and
one
D.
area that he does need to improve is as a jump shooter.
Could be a
because
solid D.
As a wing player, shooting 29% from 3 isn't very good. But on a Bulls team in desperate need of
Minus
some
the 3.
defensive contributors, he'd be an immediate improvement. With the 7th
Okay, guys, now keep in mind right here that it says 7 because this is based off current team records. The Pistons recently just traded away Andre Drummond, so they're on a downfall for the rest of the season. So, as of right now, they're still, like, in the mix for that 8th spot, but we all know they're going to fall off big time and be at the bottom of the NBA by the time we leave, man. So, yeah, so we got to, like, there ain't no grand slam here with Denny's, okay? Nobody eating at Denny's. Like, we talking LaMelo, Wiseman, Anthony Edwards. So just kind of scratch this one.
In the draft, the Detroit Pistons select Dent Avdija from Israel. The Pistons traded away their franchise center Andre Drummond at the deadline.
Yeah, they'll move down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a fire sale this summer to commit to a full rebuild. So the draft is going to be even more important to the direction of the team than ever. With that said,
we got Luke, we got Seiko.
Avdija isn't a star player in the college game, playing on a regular basis in front of the American audience, I guarantee you he's a big-time player and prospect that has been
Bro, is that
playing
Matt Costello
the
under the
best basketball
basket
of the season in the last few weeks. He's 6'8", very skilled all around, a good shooter, smooth ball handler, and capable secondary playmaker, which at his...
You know, I really hope he does become that, but I'm just like thinking here that, you know, for every one Luka Doncic, you got yourself a Mario Hezonja, so hopefully he ain't that.
Size
hopefully he ain't no Mario Hezonja, right?
Higher. The Pistons' wing players have been disappointing and lacking in production for a while now, and in a rebuild, Avdija would be a terrific place to start things off.
All right.
With the 6th pick
sold.
in the draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Onyeka Okongwu from...
So the Pistons can't get this guy because then I gotta know his name, and I still gotta work on Seiko Demboya's name. So yeah, we can't have all these confusing ass names.
USC. Okongwu is another prospect who has
not good for marketing.
drastically risen up draft boards since the start of the season.
You get one crazy ass
because
name per
he's truly
team.
established himself as one of the best big man prospects in the draft. He's putting up 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game, while shooting 61% from the field and playing about 30 minutes per game. His work as a rim running, rim protecting...
Bro, I look like Taj
with
Gibson
footwork,
with his play style.
Excellent touch around the rim, and amazing defensive instincts
Maybe Gorgio Dang
has any team in need of a big man in this year's lottery salivating. Because in today's NBA, rim protection is as important as ever.
All right, so it ain't Taj.
Pace and space action going on. He's also someone who can be fed the ball in the post, and he's been incredibly reliable scoring with his back to the basket, as he currently ranks in the 94th percentile in post-up offense in all of college this year. The Hornets are still in the process of rebuilding, so finding the man capable of anchoring their team...
Damn, they've been rebuilding since it was the Charlotte Bobcats.
...would be an excellent way to come out of the draft.
They've been rebuilding since it was the damn...
With the 5th pick in the draft, the New York
day they
Knicks
became in the NBA.
select Cole Anthony from North Carolina. Cole Anthony's value to a basketball team
he could be a
have
Piston, for
possibly
sure.
been more on display than it has been so far in his first
Knicks seems
and
like a good
likely
choice,
only
too.
year of college basketball this year. Early in the season with him in the starting lineup, UNC looked like one of the best teams in the country, capable of competing with anyone. And then when he got injured and missed an extended period of time, they started losing games left and right, and immediately became one of the worst teams in the ACC. Anthony, despite his youth,
he's got that
is
it factor.
an excellent leader out on the floor.
I can see
and
it.
His work as a floor general and top-tier playmaker should translate to the league in a big way. His overall numbers individually may point to him being a little bit inefficient, but I'm under the impression that a big reason why that is because he has to carry a large load for the team.
So he's basically
on.
Damian Lillard.
He has the it factor that the Knicks have been looking for in their point guard for a while now, and with him running the show, the franchise could finally take a step in the right direction. With the 4th pick in the draft,
Tyrese
the Minnesota
Haliburton.
Timberwolves select Tyrese Haliburton from Iowa State. Along with Okongwu, Haliburton has gone from potential fringe first round or lottery pick to someone who is viewed as a surefire hit, worthy of top 5 consideration. It's a shame that his Iowa State team overall is having an incredibly down season because he's legitimately doing everything he can individually.
So is it
keep
empty
them in
stats?
game. And the fact that he won't get to participate
You know what I'm saying?
in March Madness might hurt his draft stock, but I don't think it should. He's so good all around at the point guard position, and his passing and playmaking ability would pair very well alongside newly added D'Angelo Russell, who throughout his career has typically been a score-first guard. Haliburton plays solid defense, he scores the ball very efficiently when he shoots it from all 3 levels, and in general is exactly the kind of point guard that the Timberwolves need.
Yeah, just like a consistent dude. LaMelo on the Hawks.
Select LaMelo Ball from the NBL.
Yo, him and
He's
Trey.
been a polarizing figure in the sports world since the age of 15, but the controversies of his family can't hold back the fact that he's a legit NBA prospect that teams are going to want to land on draft night. He's grown up to be 6'7", which is amazing size for a guard, and his shot creation ability is arguably the best in the entire class.
Could be Michael Carter Williams with offense.
On the floor. His incredible smooth handle allows him to maneuver his way into the paint with ease, and arguably his best trait is his IQ as a passer of the basketball and his ability to see the floor and make the right play almost every time. A backcourt of Trae Young and LaMelo Ball with a front court that includes John Collins and Clint Capella would be must-watch TV.
And DeAndre Hunter.
Transition baskets,
he's a beast.
Flashy passes, lobs, deep threes, and overall fun play that would be on display. Trae needs help in the form of other ball handlers because he can't do it all himself, and LaMelo could be exactly
I don't think Kevin
that.
Huerter ever dribbled a ball in his life.
With the second pick in the draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Anthony Edwards from Georgia. Edwards is the most explosive scorer
Then trading
in college
Colin Sexton,
basketball
probably.
with an NBA-ready body and game that would translate seamlessly. Many view him as the best prospect in the class, and honestly, I wouldn't disagree, because his offensive package is so complete and well-rounded. In the last two drafts, the Cavaliers drafted guards, and the team also recently acquired Andre Drummond in a trade to pair with Kevin Love in the frontcourt. So logically, the team should be focused on adding a wing player next, and who better than arguably the best prospect
Can he
in
play
the
the 3 spot?
who just so happens to play
I
on
assume
the
he
wing.
can.
And
Okay, yep,
finally,
okay.
with the number
James
one pick in
Wiseman
the draft,
to the Warriors.
the Golden State Warriors
Big
select
yikes.
James Wiseman,
Scary stuff.
formerly of Memphis. Wiseman's college career was rocky, and it didn't last very long, because controversy over some money that was given to his family resulted in him getting suspended, and then, instead of waiting it out, he chose to drop out altogether and prepare for the draft on his own, without the stress of school and classes and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
As a
good for him, I
result,
suppose,
we've
right?
barely seen any tape on him against top competition, but it could also work in his favor because the opinion on him was already so high. The Warriors will be
I like
back
that
in
3-point shot
contention
he's
next
got.
season
That's
when
nice.
Steph
As
Curry
he
and
clinks
Klay
it.
Thompson return to the court, and they've done a good job finding good young depth pieces this year to groom into contributors, but they still lack a big man in the middle that can hold everything down, and Wiseman's a 7'1" big man that excels at blocking shots,
Yo, him with
running the
Curry,
floor,
Klay, and
finishing
Wiggins.
above the rim. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure.
All right, yo, you guys let me know in the comment section below, man. What player do you want your favorite team to draft? You know, keep it realistic too. I know we all want like Anthony Edwards, but keep it pretty realistic. Let me know.